Hello, Frozies! McFrozen Nuggets here, coming to you with another video, and today is going to be my review of the upgrade to Spider-Man. Now I bet you're wondering, wait a second, you already reviewed this guy. Well, yeah, I did, but that was a different one. This one's actually the Walmart exclusive upgrade suit for Spider-Man No Way Home. That's the original figure back there. And I have him kind of like a what the fuck pose, like at the end of Far From Home. Like, who's this? Like, who's this guy? And I'm like, dude, he's a variant. Alright? Alright, but let's get the packaging out, and I'm actually going to compare the packaging for this figure to the packaging for that figure. And here is the packaging for the figure. Obviously, there's nothing inside, and no, this is not part of the bigger Build-A-Figure wave. Store exclusive figures aren't typically part of, like, mainline waves. Now, obviously, this is a Spider-Man No Way Home figure, but right here it actually does not say No Way Home, it just says Spider-Man. And it's actually the same with J. Jonah Jameson. Now, whereas the other figures, the integrated suit, the inverted suit, and Doctor Strange all say No Way Home. Now, my personal theory, and this is also based off of somewhat of a lot of the Avengers Endgame figures from 2019, is that if, in case those figures leaked, it would not have spoiled the title of the movie. As opposed to the other ones, which they made sure that wouldn't leak, that would evidently reveal the title of the movie being No Way Home. So yeah, that's what I think is the reason why No Way Home is not on the packaging. But right here, in here, classic artwork that we've seen since Far From Home. And yeah, before I get to the description, I'll actually mention that one of the main things that's different about this is that the sort of black sections on the suit or the belt are actually not there, and they've been removed to kind of give it a much more cleaner, more classic look. And actually, speaking of which, I'll actually again compare this to the Spider-Man Far From Home packaging, right? And yeah, something else I've noticed is that now it actually says Marvel Studios as opposed to just Marvel. Same Spider-Man logo at the top. This one was part of Multiman Build-A-Figure wave. Different artworks on the sides. Then here's the back. Back in the day, I actually did kind of like this blue, but now looking at the yellow or gold color, this one definitely pops more in my opinion. And yeah, right here it says, Spider-Man gears up in his upgrade suit to fight evil and protect his neighborhood. Super generic bio right there. But obviously, this is basically, this first wave of Spider-Man No Way Home figures is a clear attempt by Hasbro to dodge spoilers for the movie. For obvious reasons. Villains from past universes are coming in from Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's. And then obviously Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield themselves are going to be in the film. So yeah, now let's take a look at the figure, and we'll also compare it to the previously released Far From Home figure. Now, I'm just going to say this really quick. This is not actually the first No Way Home Spider-Man I've gotten. This is actually the second one, because the first one I ordered, which I actually got both this and Doctor Strange on Walmart.com. The first one kind of was a little defective because the ball hinge joint was just really super tight on the heads that come with this. Actually, this one isn't even the actual head that comes with it. I put it on the Far From Home figure because I feel like this one sits a little bit better. And obviously you'll see the similarities between the two masked heads. I'll just put some photos in. I'll just put a couple photos and a video up right here. So yeah, I tried gluing the ball hinge joint back together. Didn't end up working, and when I tried to pull off this head, it just came apart, and it was hell trying to get that head out of that ball. So that's what, and this is all I have as far as that experience goes. The inside of this mask is now just absolutely damaged like nothing. And I even ended up hurting myself a few times because I literally had to take a knife and try to wedge it out. Even using like my lucky thumbtack here, as well as a pair of scissors. But obviously I was able to get out. I did return to Walmart, got my money back. Yeah, sometimes these heads are really hard to take off and put on. That is kind of an issue I have, but it's Hasbro. You gotta, and you also gotta make sure that these heads do not fall off that easily. So it's kind of a give or take sort of thing. But yeah, before I get to the accessories, I'll actually compare this figure with the original Far From Home figure. And actually, before I do that, I actually also want to say another reason why I got this figure is because I kinda, sorta lost one of the flipping hands for the Far From Home figure when I was working somewhere. I brought it along with me because I'm super excited for this movie. This is the flipping hand that I lost. Or, no. It was, I think, yeah, it was this one. And I couldn't find it, but fortunately there was this figure that recently came out at the time. And obviously now I finally have the chance to get it. And I'm definitely glad I did. And this time I'm not going to lose any of these hands. Yeah, I'll show these a little bit later with some of the other accessories. Now, again, this head right here on this figure is the one that came with this one. This one is the one that came with this one. I just swapped them. But one of the reasons why is because, and by the way, I obviously painted these up a little bit to look as perfect as I possibly can make them, is they're literally the same head. Obviously, the paint apps are going to be slightly different on the two of them if you just left them unpainted. But yeah, overall, same lenses. Yeah, I can definitely see that I painted them up. Same head sculpt. And obviously it also has the same, has the same matte finish. Yeah, now for the actual torso. Obviously, again, this one has much more of a matte finish compared to the really shiny plastic red, which, initially I didn't really mind it at first, but after seeing this one, this one kind of doesn't really look as good. And same thing with the spider emblem. The emblem was like really, really faintly painted on, and yeah, you can see it's hard to focus. Come on. Come on. There we go. And you can see the black and white is just super sloppily painted on. Compared, as opposed to this one, where it's a lot more prominent, a lot better looking in my opinion. Then obviously, as I said before, the belts are different. This one obviously has those black sections right there. And also, it's kind of squared off, as opposed to this one where it doesn't have those black sections, and it comes down to a point. And the spider symbol on the back is also slightly different. This one's a little bit skinnier in the legs, whereas this one's a lot bolder. And something else I really like on this new one is that they actually have the black soles on the bottom of the shoes, as opposed to this one being just all red. Now, one thing I do agree that this one has, that this one unfortunately doesn't, is that this one has kind of a nice little texture for the suit. Trying to get it to focus. It's kind of hard to see. Come on. Anyway, it does. It exists. Yeah, there you go. Now you can see it. They have that all throughout the suit, the arms, hands, and on the back as well. This one, unfortunately, does not have that. Now, MCU Collector did mention that that's kind of a downfall to this new one, but to be honest, I don't complain about it. Again, it's kind of like a give or take sort of situation between these two figures. Still though, they're definitely both nice looking together. It's nice to have like two different Spider-Man figures. And for me, it's kind of like an excuse to just build up my own Spider-Man collection. Or technically, Spider-Verse collection. But yeah, now let's get into the accessories for this guy. Now out of the package, he obviously comes with these two gripping hands. And I already showed these to you earlier. He also comes with the flipping hands. This one is definitely something I really love. You get a new unmasked Tom Holland Peter Parker head. This is the same sculpt as the one they used in the 80 Years of Marvel 2-pack from Avengers Infinity War. This one just has slightly better paint apps and dark brown hair as opposed to the light brown. And even at the front, I do see the Tom Holland likeness. And actually from the side, that side profile is 100% Tom Holland. But still, from the front, I can definitely see the likeness, for sure. And one more accessory that I feel was canceled from the original Far From Home figure. This webbing. Now, honestly, this webbing is awesome. I've never had this kind of thing before in a Spider-Man figure. But this one I'm definitely glad to have. And one thing you can do with it is kind of have him do his classic flip. Kind of pose him a little bit. Try to get him to balance here. You can just loop this over his hand. And bam. Okay, that looks sick, though. Looks like it's coming right at you. Holy crap. If someone's gonna take a screen cap of this when I upload it, be my guest, and you can use it for your thumbnails or whatever. Just give credit to me, obviously. Now, one thing I actually do kind of wish that I did, and this is just me personally, I wish that this guy maybe came with two, because having two of this guy, just have two of those webs, was pretty cool to have, because then you can actually do like some have him do some really long swings, as opposed to just having one where it's kind of short. But that's just me. I'm at least happy to have one. But yeah, let's now actually pop this off and put the unmasked Tom Holland Peter Parker head. There we go. Yeah, I'm really happy to have this guy with that unmasked head. Yeah, now let's kind of compare him to some other figures. The first one, obviously, is Doctor Strange, who is in the same sort of wave as him. And I do have him with the magic effects from my Doctor Strange video, which I'll link in the description or put in the card suggestion in the top right corner. But yeah, obviously these two guys look awesome together. These are really the main two that I wanted to get before the movie comes out. If I could, I would love to get J. Jonah Jameson, but again, as I said in that review, I want to save some money to wait to get, or in case I didn't say it in that review, I'm gonna save some money and wait for when Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man hit store shelves as Marvel Legends figures. Because then I can have all three of them together. Woo! Anyway, next is one that I also did my Far From Home figure review, from with the Iron Man the Mark 85, because obviously he is kind of his mentor in a sense. Next is Black Widow, just simply because. Now, we didn't really see any scenes between Black Widow and Spider-Man. I think it would have been kind of interesting seeing the dynamic between Scarlett Johansson and Tom Holland. I mean, that would be kind of cool, to be honest. Captain America. Worthy Captain America. And then finally, one of the ones that I always think is kind of cute because of that one scene they had together in Endgame. Brie Larson's Captain Marvel. And now I can actually have both their likenesses being Brie Larson and Tom Holland. I just love... I'm just going... That scene just came into my head, and it's just making me giggle just for how cute it was. I'll put a clip up right here.
Hi, I'm Peter Parker.
Hey, Peter Parker. You got something for me?
Oh my god. But yeah, that's it for all the comparisons for this review. Now let's get into kind of the final thoughts. Actually, wait, I forgot one figure. Here he is next to Venom, because obviously he appeared at the end of Venom Let There Be Carnage, and Venom is now officially in the MCU. And we might see him at the end of No Way Home in a post-credit scene, but yeah. Now let's get into the final thoughts of this video. So yeah, that is it for my review of the new Walmart exclusive Spider-Man No Way Home upgrade suit. Hope you love this, Sean. Definitely took a little bit of fidgeting to get that web to look just right here. And yeah, then having Doctor Strange up his using his magical effects just makes this look super badass. But yeah, as usual, social media links are in the description below. Drop a like if you enjoyed this. Obviously, I'll also link to MCU Collector's review of the new Spider-Man figure, along with Shuffletron's review. And yeah, obviously love all your forces to death, and of course, don't forget to keep it rigid. Hello, Frozies! McFrozen